Kalandus, Phillips, Alexander Thornton, Dez Martinez, Michael Murphy, Zaq Piscesjess, Eric Smith. Together we are the Cowboys. Hello there, Cowboy fans. You are here with your group leader, Kalandus Phillips. And first off, for our first podcast today, we have your group coordinator.
Hello, my name is Alexander Thornton, and I thank you for joining me for this podcast. One of the best tools to stay ahead of the competition is the use of sites like YouTube. In the early days, this site was used mainly by regular people to post videos of their lives. But as time gone by, mainstream filmmakers such as Felicia Day and Joss Whedon, as well as musicians like NC Chris, have started taking advantage of the site and the large audience that it can generate. Even mainstream film companies have started jumping onto the internet bandwagon.
Because everything can be done. It can be done cheaply, it can be done beautifully, it can be done. The technology has just skyrocketed, and with the internet there is a way to get people to see things. I had an advantage, obviously, in that I already had a fan base and I had a lot of connections with incredibly talented people like the actors and everyone behind the camera that I could reach out to. But the fact of the matter is, really high quality video is affordable, and anybody who knows how to tell a story or is learning how to tell a story can hone their craft by making films, and they can be 3 minutes long and they can be 3 hours long. Like the internet, there aren't any rules anymore.
While the internet and YouTube offer good resources to stay ahead of the competition, nothing beats good old-fashioned hard work and a good education. Thank you.
Coordinator Alexander Thornton. Next, we have Dez Martinez.
How will technology make the 2020 Olympics better, safer, and more exciting? A few things in this world we don't quite see every day or are familiar with that can make competitive sports more exciting and safe for everyone at the same time. It's holographic technology for athletes during their competitions to help them be more assertive for the needs of safety for themselves and others. The modern Olympics have been going on for 116 years now, but every year there is always someone who gets hurt in competing. Therefore, a way that can make everyone feel safer in competition is have holographic obstacles for horse competitions. It seems that there have been a lot of injuries for jockey riders, and when a multi-million-dollar horse goes down, great chances are the ending of that horse's career. That's where the holographic obstacles come in, with the computerized bases on the ground that could project holographic obstacles, such as 4-foot fences and 25-foot wide pools, replacing dangerous foreign objects. Smart landing pads for track athletes on the long jump course where pressure sensors are arrayed to map where exactly the athlete hits the sand and sends the recorded jump to a computer and automatically calculate the length the athlete jumped at the exact distance. Head-up goggles. Swimmers often get unaware of their standings in a race until it's over and they look at the leaderboard. Goggles with an integrated head-up display could have a live view of their competition and help racers to better pace themselves. Waterproofed with an invisible layer of hydrophobic nanoparticles, a technique currently used on cell phones and other gadgets, a tiny computer would be tucked in the lower right-hand corner of the goggles and gather information from other wild racers over a Bluetooth display on a 1/4-inch LCD. Even an automatic goalkeeper in a low-scoring game like soccer, a bad call could have a huge impact on the game. German research has developed an automated goal tracking system where it's a generated magnetic field that lay across the face of the goal. So when the ball passes through that field and hits the sensor, a chip embedded in the ball sends a signal to the ref's watch within 1/10 of a second.
Next, we have Michael Murphy.
Utilizing Technology to Stay Ahead of Competition by Michael Murphy. The way businesses utilize new technology. One of these technologies is the development of social media. This gives businesses a platform that is low cost and highly effective, making it ideal for the release of new products, employee searches, and consumer feedback. Review sites are also a platform that more and more businesses are growing upon. Not only can you see what customers are saying about your company and your service, but you can also see what customers are saying about rival companies as well. Building on those reviews, you can develop customer service techniques as well as develop unique marketing plans that will get the attention of your desired demographic. Technology is always changing. There are new business services always being offered. To keep track, informative blogs and podcasts are a great way. Keeping track of the technology isn't always enough. Sometimes we need to use this technology in analyzing our competition. Today, it's even easier to analyze our competition. We are able to see statistics, sales, as well as seeing their marketing plans utilized on the internet every day. What tactics are being used by your competition that you yourself could improve upon? What tactics are not helping your competition that you can avoid in the future? What are the retail of the competition's products? All these things are easily available on the internet. Utilizing technology to oversee your business. Technology has made it easier with the utilization of cell phones and computers to oversee your business. You can now track every aspect of your business from production to sale, having quality control over all of it. Technology has also made it possible to explore options both product-wise and service-wise overseas, helping the overhead.
Next, we have Zaq.
Hello, my name is Zaq Stiles, and today I want to talk to you about staying ahead of the competition in regards to recording softwares. So we all have our recording softwares. It's used to record music, record voice. It'd be used for CDs, for movies, just depending on whatever you're going to be using it for. It could even be used for putting voices and music into video games. But your recording software is a tool that you're going to be using a lot, and it's going to be really important to you. And there's just a few main industry ones that you're going to want to use as opposed to the ones that you would start out with. Ones that you would start out with, like GarageBand. It's one that comes free on your computer, and it's one you're going to be used for fun little projects that you can do, and you're going to want to use a more powerful tool though. And when you get into the more powerful tools, you'll get into stuff like Logic. Logic is an awesome program that has guitar modulating and giant mixing board settings and all these MIDI patches that you can even dream of, and it's just an amazing program to use, and it's a powerful tool. It's an industry standard. It's something you're going to want to use. And then another industry standard would be Pro Tools. It's just another one of the main industry standards of recording softwares like Logic, and it's just something you're going to want to get into. It's going to be a tool that you're going to be so happy you started using instead of keeping with some of the older, not as powerful programs, or even some of the newer, not as powerful programs. It's going to be something you're going to want to use. And you may be saying, well, why am I going to need to spend that much money? Or why do I really want this? Am I really going to need it? It's going to be the tools of your trade. If you need a hammer or nail, you're going to have to go buy a hammer, and you're not going to want to buy a junky one. You want to buy something that lasts and something that's going to work great. And you're going to get that when you use programs like Pro Tools 10 and Logic Pro 9. And that's what I have to say about the tools of the trade and staying ahead of the competition on that. Thank you for listening.
I would like to thank everyone who made this podcast successful. It wouldn't have been much without each and every one of y'all contributing.